All of you, welcome back to yet another project video. In this project, you're going to create Liquidity Marketplace where you will allow user to come and create liquidity of two token, and not only that, you can also sell your own ERC20 token. You will have an ICO where user can come and buy your native token. So let me give you a quick walkthrough that what exactly you're going to build in this application and what are the feature and functionality we have included. So this is how our application would look like. Very first section we have is the navigation. This is the hero section. This is the feature section where we are promoting some of the cryptocurrency. You can simply scroll and here we have the liquidity list section. Here you will find the list of all the liquidity which you will create using this particular platform. So the name of the two token, Rapmati, the blockchain coder, the address of the two token, the pool address, and when you have created this liquidity, you can also verify this transaction on Polyscan. So click here and here you will find all the details about the liquidity and the amount you have spent for creating the liquidity. That's all going to reflect here. Here we have the static component, here we have the static component, here we have the static component, and here we have the ICO component. From here, user can simply buy your native token. Polygon Mumbai, all the contract is deployed on Polygon Mumbai, and this particular token has total supply of this. And currently I'm the owner of the contract, so I hold this much fund. Right now I listed the 200,000 token for ICO, and each token costs 001 Mati when the user will purchase. So I have already bought 10 token from my different account. That's why you can see it's 10, and you can able to find the market cap value. So here user can simply give the number of token they want to purchase and they can simply click on this buy, and we're going to charge Meti for that. And here we have the footer. So before you create liquidity, the very first thing you have to do is you have to check the pool exists or not, because if the pool doesn't exist, you cannot able to create liquidity. So we have this option called add pool. Here you have to provide the address of the two token and the fee, and this will return the address of the pool which we're going to utilize internally to create more liquidity. Let me check the pool which I have already created on Polygon Mumbai between Rapmati and the blockchain coder, which you can see right here in the list. I'm going to use the exact pool. So first thing we have to do is to add the address. I'll paste the Rapmati and wait. It's going to fetch out the information about this particular token. So Rapmati, you can see the symbol, you can see the font I have available, and the next token is the blockchain coder. If I paste here, it's going to fetch out the information and give me all this information. So I can see that I have fund in both of these tokens. Now I have to provide the fee ratio. So I'll go with this 3,000. I will click on this check pool and it's going to fetch out this information. So this particular pool exists, which means I can utilize this existing pool to create new liquidity. So once you're done with that, simply you can copy and you can verify that, or you can simply close it. Now comes the second part. So we have checked the pool already exists, and now you have to click on this add liquidity. And here you have to provide the information to create liquidity. So right now, just now we have searched for the pool between the two token, and that's information you will find here. So I have already done this research previously. You can see the list. So no matter how many token you do the research, that's all going to reflect here. Okay, so whatever liquidity, the pool address you will search, if it exists, then it's going to add in your system, and that's going to reflect here, and you can simply select, because this pool is very important and we need this information. So I'm going to go with this one because both the pools are same, and here I have to provide the amount which I'm willing to spend for creating the liquidity. So I'll go with something less, like 001. This much fund I have to spend because I don't have enough fund in my wallet. I have this much, and this is sufficient. And here you have to provide the information that how many token you want to approve. I already have enough TBC token which I have to give an approval. So I'll go with something like, let's say 45, not much, and I'll click on this create liquidity. If you click, it's going to make a call and it's going to open the MetaMask. So wait, and here we have, first we have to approve this Rapmati. So click on this next, then I have to click on this approve, and it's going to make another call. Just wait, and here I have to approve the TBC token. Click on this next, approve. Now it's going to make one more call and it's going to create the liquidity. You can see we are calling this mint function, and click on this confirm. And once this confirm, it's going to call another contract, which is our internal contract, which will store all of this information. So click on this confirm, and finally the transaction is happening. So if I open this one, and you can see the transaction is pending. Once the transaction is complete, we got this message, and click on this, and looks pretty fine. So finally we have created the liquidity. And if I come back here, You can see this is the another liquidity we have added just now, Saturday, Jan 13, 2004. This is the add liquidity we have created just now. You can simply click here and you can able to verify the transaction on the Poly Mumbai. And if I take you to the Uniswap, here you can see right now we have one, but the moment it will reload, it will have two. So just now we have created the liquidity of this two token. So this was the old one and this is the new one. So it's working absolutely fine. And that's all information about the liquidity which you will create, that all you will find here. Let's try to create one more, and I'm going to create one more on the same pool. So I'll select the same ratio. I'm going to give the fee, I'll say 0, very less, and I'll go with the proof to be 25. Click on this create liquidity. It's going to open MetaMask and it's going to make the transaction. So just wait. Let's click on this next, approve. It's going to trigger the MetaMask one more time, and click on this next, approve, and click on this confirm, and it's going to make the last call confirm. And you can click here and you can check that the transaction is pending, the fund is went down, and the transaction is completed. Let's click here. And the reason why I'm getting this pop-up message, because I have two wallet like Phantom, which I'm currently working on Solana project. So I'm using Phantom for that, and we are using MetaMask for the Ethereum project. So if I scroll down, you can able to find that we have created one more. This is the one we have just created. You can easily able to verify on Uniswap. So it's going to reload and it's going to create one more. You can able to see all the information, the price ratio, that's all looking absolutely fine. So now come back here. So now you know how you can allow the user to create liquidity. Now let's talk about buying token. So if I click on this buy Wix token, it will take me to this particular place, and right now I can buy it. I can buy it with this particular account, but I want to show you to switch my account to different account, and let's buy from different. So I'll come back in the very first account. This much fund I have. I'm going to clear my MetaMask history because I have changed my account. Okay, let's come back here, click here, go to the settings, go to the advanced, and clear the cache and reload the page. Let's select use MetaMask and it's connected. Now I want to buy the token. So currently you can see that my balance is 10. This much token, wax token I hold in this particular account, and right now we have a lot of token for sale. So I'm going to buy close to, let's buy 10 because I don't have much fund, and because here I have to pay the amount. So I'm going to buy 10. Click on this buy Wix token. It's going to load and it's going to open the MetaMask. You can see I'm spending this much fund for buying the token. Simply click on this confirm and it's going to make the transaction. And once it's transfer the fund, it's calling the buy token function, and just wait. It's loading, and once the transaction will complete, it will reload the page, and finally I bought the token. So here it's fetching the information. Just wait. Right now I have this 20, and here we have the 20. The market cap of the available token is this much. So things are looking absolutely fine. I hope you guys can understand that how beautiful and powerful this project is. It will show you that how you can allow user to create liquidity on the existing pool. That's all is reflecting here. So this one is powerful project which you can include in your portfolio to show your understanding about the DeFi protocol and how you can build different application. Now let me show you the code structure and the logic we have implemented for creating and adding the liquidity. So if I come back to my VS Code, this is what we're going to code together. So this is the final code, and this is the starter file which is given to all of you guys. So simply come back to the blockchain coder, come back here, go to the source code section, and make sure to simply download the project. So click on this recent one, and this is the project in which we have provided the starter file. So you can simply download and we can start building on. Very soon a project will come on this as well, like this Solana token creator, which I have already completed. Soon I'm going to build a project on that, but first we're going to start working on it. So make sure to download the starter file which we're going to code together. Now let's try to understand the code structure of the project, that what are the modification we can do, what are the strategy we can provide to our user in terms of different price range. So let's talk about that. So come back to the liquidity, and this is the complete code. If I come back to the context, in that we have a lot of ongoing internal contract and external contract which give us the information about the pools and all of that. So if I come back to the index, so this is the entire code we have written for allowing user to create liquidity on blockchain. So if I take you back here in the pool, right now I'm connected with the Mumbai Polygon, And all of these pool I have created on Polygon Mumbai. You can literally create on any network, Ethereum, Polygon mainnet, or Gorilla. You can create on any network. All you have to do is to deploy the contract, which I will show you. So what we are doing in this particular application is that we are targeting already existing pool, and we are using the information of that particular pool to create. That's what I have showed you. So remember, when you have added the address of the two token, it gave you the pool addresses, and we are getting all of the informations which is there in that pool address, like the price of the both the token, the fee ratio, and we are utilizing that to add new liquidity. And that's what we have found here after we have targeted this, and this too we have created. That's the logic we are following. And here we have all of this code which we're going to code it. So this is the name, the variable we have declared. This is the error component. This is the connect wallet functionality we're going to code it. This is the check if wallet is connected. Here we have the load. This particular function will load the information about the token. Here we have the get pool address. So this is the function will give return the pool address of the two token and the fee ratio. So that's what you will pass, is going to return. And here we have this one, get pool data. So like it will give all the information about the pool and the price, because when a new token will be listed in the marketplace, the creator of the token, he has to define the price of the token, and we have to take that price, which we allow the user to simply create the liquidity. So that's what we are doing. This particular get pool data will give all the information about the pool. And here we have the create liquidity function. And here I'm going with the equal ratio amount. So like user have to pick that how much money they are willing to spend for creating the liquidity, and they have to provide the amount of the token which they want to approve. So that's what we have here. It's pretty beautiful. So we have done all of this calculation which we're going to do it. So that's the index. And here we have the contract. So this is the ICO contract of our token. And this is the liquidity contract which contain all the information, and this is the our ERC20 token custom contract which we have built from scratch, because we want to take more information from the user when they buy and sell. So this is all you're going to code together. Trust me, this is one of the project which you have to know, that how you have to deal with the existing pool. So that's what you're going to build. Now let me show you that once you download the final source code, after that what you have to do to execute this application. So once you download, you will get a zip file. Make sure to unzip that and open in your VS Code. So you will get this two folder, liquidity and starter file. In that you will have all the assets. And I would encourage you to follow the complete project, even you have downloaded the final code, because that will give you a better idea. So first thing you have to do is you have to simply open, and I'm going to stop the application from running to show you everything from scratch. And I'll simply come back here, and I'm going to delete all of this because this will not be there in the final code. I'm going to simply delete this artifact as well, and I'm going to delete this cache as well, and I'm going to delete this node modules as well. And this is what you will get, including the contract in the final code. So the very first thing you have to do is you have to open up your terminal, and you have to install these packages. So no matter when you are watching this project, after 5 years or after 10 years, as long as you use the exact version we have used here, it will work absolutely fine. It will work absolutely fine. So you have to use the exact package version which we are using here. Now the second thing is that you have to check your node version, because right now hardhead is not compatible with the latest version of node. It is compatible with this particular one. Type node node-v, and this particular node version is 100% compatible with hardhead, so you can utilize. If you are going with beyond that, then it will not work. Then you have to deploy the contract separately using remix ID or a ganache, and then you have to get the address. But I would recommend you to simply downgrade your node version to this and use the hardhead, because right now you will use hardhead extensively no matter what project you will build. You're going to use hardhead for testing, forking, and hardhead is really powerful. That's why I'm using this particular version. Once it's get compatible with the latest node, I'm going to update that. So I would recommend you to simply downgrade it to this. Do the same thing from the npm-v. Simply use this two particular version, it will work fine. So once you're done with that, simply clear your terminal and type npm-i and install all the packages. Right now you can see I'm getting this particular warning, but you can simply ignore, because we have to use the hardhead. So it will take few seconds to install the libraries. So just wait for a moment. So finally we have installed all the package. Now clear your terminal and you have to do few setup. So we're going to deploy the contract to Polygon Mumbai, but literally you can deploy to any network. So come back to the hardhat config file, and here you can see that I have already done my configuration. In your case, you will have the same configuration, but all you have to do is to provide your private key, and I believe you know how to get the private key. So come back here in the MetaMask, and I'm going with this particular account. So click here, go to the account details, click on the show password, type and hit enter, hold this one, and it's going to give you the private key, which you can simply copy, and that's what you can simply paste here. That's the very first thing you have to do. So right now I'm going with the Polygon Mumbai, but you can test on any network. If you want to deploy to any other network like mainnet, Ethereum, then you can do that. So come back here, type RPC, click on the very first link. It's a RPC node provider which you can simply use to deploy your contract. So right now I'm going with the Polygon, so you can simply click here, click on the test, and this is the URL which you can also use to deploy the contract. You can use Acme as well. So all you have to do is to simply guess the RPC endpoint. In case of Ethereum, you can simply get the mainnet or a testnet for Gorilla, or if you want to go with the mainnet, simply copy, and that's what you can simply provide here. That's the only thing you have to do, and you have to change this network. But I would encourage you to first test with the test network. After that, think about any other network. So once you're done with that, now I have to deploy the contract. So open up your terminal and let's deploy that. And this is the exact command you have to type. But before you test that, I want you to simply run the application. Because if you come back to the contents, I have already deployed the contract, and here we have the address of the wax token, the liquidity contract address, and here we have the position manager and all of this. So first thing, I would suggest you to check the application. So simply type npm run. After installing that, type npm run dev, and this will start the application, and you can able to find all the transaction we have done. So if you come back here, reload the page, here you can able to find all the transaction. Make sure to connect with your wallet provider with MetaMask, and you have to switch back to the Polygon Mumbai, because there I am deploy the contract. If you switch back to any other network, it will throw you an error, and you will find all the transaction which I have done, all the liquidity I have created. You cannot able to see this because this is only visible to you, those who will create, but you can able to see all of this information about the token, and you can also purchase the token. So I want you to first test this out, whichever the contract which I have deployed already, and after that you can simply deploy. So once you test that out, everything's working fine, now simply close that one, stop the application from running. So let's select here, stop that, and type here. So first clear that one, and now we have to check out deploy script. So if I come back to the deploy script, you will find the total number of supply I'm providing to my token. Make sure to provide your, and here we have to give the name of the token. Here we have given the name of the ICO. So you can easily able to do the modification in the contract. You can easily able to do the modification, but before you do modification, I would encourage you to first run as it is, deploy as it is, and check everything from your end that everything's working fine. After that, you can do the experiment. It's always on your choice. So once you're done with that, we're going to simply deploy this 3 contracts. So we are deploying this liquidity, we are deploying this ICO, we are deploying this token. So all you have to do is to simply get this particular dude, copy this one, paste here, and hit enter, and it's going to deploy the contract. So just wait. Here it's compiling, and it will give you the artifact, and this artifact is very, very important. Let me show you. So you can see, if I come back to the context, I have already given the old artifact, but you can simply remove this artifact and you can get this from new one. So let me delete this one to show you. This is the ICO artifact, this is the, let's say, wax, and this is the liquidity. And these are the 2 ABI which is important, because we are interacting with the Uniswap contract factory contract to get the information about the pools and liquidity, so we can interact and deploy. We got the address of the 3 contract. Now first thing you have to do is to simply drag and drop the ABI. So like simply drag and drop here, move it down, do the same thing for the liquidity, move it down, and we have to do the same thing for our token here. Once you're done with that, that looks pretty good. Now you have to provide this updated address. So come back here, close this one, come back to the constants, and here you have to simply update. So here we have this one. Now you have to simply copy this one. I'll simply replicate this and comment this one, and here I will say updated address. So this is our token. Now this is our ICO. Copy this one, come back here, comment down, and here I'm going to simply paste. So this is the address for the ICO. Now do the same thing for the liquidity. Here we have the liquidity. Simply replicate that, comment this one, and paste here. And that's the only thing we have to do. Now simply clear your terminal, type npm run dev. It will start the application on localhost 3000. Come back to the browser, reload the page, and you can see it's working absolutely fine. It will open the MetaMask, click on this, and that looks good. Now everything is fine. If I scroll down here, there is no liquidity available in our liquidity contract. That's why it's not reflecting here. These are looks fine, and here you can see that right now we don't have any information. And here you can see my total balance of this WEX token is this much, and there is no token available for sell, but you can easily able to transfer. So we have a function in our context. So I'll simply close this one and come back here. So you need to get the address of this particular one, because this is what we need. So copy the address of ICO contract. Now come back to the index, and here we have the function. So let me close this one. Here we have the fetch initial data information, then we have this buy token functionality we have, and here we have this transfer native token, because in our contract we have a function which allow to transfer the token to our token sale contract. Okay, you have to transfer, then it will be available for sale. So here you have to provide the address of the ICO contract, that is this, and here you have to define the amount which you want to allow for user to sell. So I'll go with the 5,000 token, and that's the only thing you have to do. Once you do that changes, make it save. Now come back here in the pages, go to the home page, and here I have to come back to the hero section, because I have already this particular function which will transfer the token to the token sell contract, and only owner can do that. So come back into the hero component, and here we have that. So this is the function I have already attached. So simply come back here, select the network, and here I'm connected. Now click on this get WEX token. Now confirm it's going to make the transaction. Here it's calling the transfer function. Click on this confirm, and it will transfer the token to the token sell contract. So just wait. Once the transfer is completed, that information will reflect down there, and you can easily able to find all this information. So looks pretty fine. So we have successfully done the transfer, and here you will have the information. So just wait. Currently the fund is transferred. You can see the amount. Here we are, and it's taking a little bit time. So I'm going to simply reload the page, select this one, and let's scroll down here. Again, it's taking a little bit time, and finally it's saying 0, and I have done 2 transactions. Now once you do the transfer successfully, now come back to the code, and all you have to do is that we have done the transfer. Close this one. Now we can come back to this particular place, fetch initial data, and here we have to provide the address of the contract. So this is the address we need. So once you replace here, it's going to give you the information that how much fund is available. So if I save, come back here, let me select this one, and if I come back here, you can see the balance will reflect here, and this much fund I have available, and this much token is available for sale. You can see the market cap, everything is working fine. So I've done 2 times transfer. That's why you can see it's reflecting, first time in 5,000 and second time 2,000. So every single thing is working absolutely fine. You can easily able to create liquidity. So if I want to create liquidity, I can go here, I can select the 2 token pair. So let me come back here, and let me get the address. So this is the wrap Maddie, provide the address, then I can go back to the BTC. This is the BTT, and I can select the second token. I can select the fee ratio. Again, I'm going with this particular pool fee ratio. Click on this check pool, and it will give the information. You can simply close that it's there. Now come back here, click and select the fee, check this one, then check the provide the approval. So I'll go with something like 15. Click on this create liquidity. It's going to make the transaction, and just wait, soon the transaction will come. Click on this approve is going to open one more time, and here you have to provide the BTC approve, and it's going to have to confirm and call the min function. And finally we have to interact with our internal contract, which will store the information. Done. So if you come back here, you can see the transaction is taking place, and once the transaction will confirm, you're going to find out the information. So the transaction is completed, and here we have. So if you scroll down to up, not down, up, here you will find the one liquidity you have created, the date and all the information. You can click and you can simply confirm that one. So I believe that you guys have understood that what logic we have implemented. This project is really powerful. This will give you an amazing understanding about the DeFi protocol, how you can create liquidity on the existing pool. So the logic we are implemented in our project, that we are finding a pool, existing pool, and we are using the information of that pool to create a new liquidity. So that's all you will find, and this is all we're going to code together. So this will give you an amazing understanding about the project. So I would encourage you to simply download the starter file and start coding along with me. And if you want to take the final source code, you can simply take that and follow the exact step which I have explained. And one more thing I want to tell you guys, I have launched this particular course that will teach you every single thing which you have to know about the blockchain developer, that how you can be one. So click on back to the course, and this is the one of the project which you have to include in your portfolio. Check out the modules we have included. So you will master complete Solidity. You will build one of the biggest project NFT marketplace. Check this out, and you will have a couple of crash courses. So I want you to come and have a look. So with that, I'm ending this video. Hope you guys have understood that what is coming and what we're going to exactly build together. With that, I'm ending this video. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.